today we're going to be talking about words that have the same spelling, the same pronunciation, but can have more than one meaning. These words are multiple meaning words, or they can be called homonyms. Can you say homonyms?
Homonyms.
Very good. Alright, so we've already talked about how we can look at the surrounding text, how we can make mental images, we can use our background knowledge to identify unknown words, but today we're going to see that we can also do that with multiple meaning words to identify which meaning those words are using. So, that will be the focus of our lesson today, but I want us to read our objective together. So read it with me. Given 5 multiple meaning words, students will create 5 sentences using the given words with 80% accuracy or 4 out of 5 correct. So that's going to be our independent practice today. So, and it's important to do these things to be able to identify multiple meaning words and how to use them, because that'll help you be a stronger reader, a stronger writer, and you'll be able to really understand a lot more content that you read. So, before we start, can you think of a word that might have more than one meaning, although it's spelled the same and pronounced the same?
Ball.
Ball? And what would be the meanings of those words?
Sports ball or dance ball.
Okay, a sports ball, something that you use to play soccer, or a dance ball, a big, big fancy dance. Very good. And let's see, how can we determine which meaning a multiple meaning word might be using?
You have to look at the context.
Look at the context, look at the surrounding words, and what was another thing? We can make a mental picture to see what fits our story the best. Very good. Okay. And now I'm going to be reading a passage. So I want you to listen very carefully, and you can look at it along with me. And after I finish reading, you're going to tell me if you see any words that might have more than one meaning. All right? So, as I sat on the block, I heard a dog bark. It caught me off guard. When I looked toward the sound, I saw a man who gave me a bad feeling. So I thought to myself, I should grab my bat in case I need to defend myself. But as I looked up again, he was gone without a trace. So, after reading that, do you see any words that you think might have more than one meaning?
Block.
Block? What could be the meanings of block?
Block as in building block,
Okay,
or block as in a city block.
great. So you live on a block, or you can also build a block. Very good.
Bark.
Bark? Tell me what meanings you think bark has.
Dogs bark.
Dogs bark.
Trees have bark on them.
Very good. Very nice. And anything else?
Guard.
Guard? What do we think about guard?
Guard as in a castle,
Okay, somebody that guards a castle.
or a cattle guard,
Cattle guard.
or bridge guard, or road guard.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. And what about anything down here? I see one.
Bat.
Bat. That's the one I was looking at. What about bat?
Bat as in the animal bat,
An
or
animal bat.
baseball bat.
Very nice. And let's see. I think I see one more.
Trace.
Trace. Very good. What about trace?
You trace something,
Mm-hmm.
or there's a trace amount of something.
Oh, very good. I didn't even think about that. Wonderful. So, now that we've gone through those, and we've been able to identify and look into some of their meanings, we're going to move on to our chart here. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to write a few words that I think have multiple meanings and talk about their definitions and what those could be. And then I want you to give me some as well. So I'm going to start with dip, D-I-P. And I think dip could mean you could dip a cookie into milk. So to dip something. And I also think dip could be something that you eat. There's onion dip, there's all kinds of stuff like that. So I'll write onion dip. going to use?
Base.
Base. Tell me what you think those meanings are.
As in a baseball. Or I mean a baseball base.
A baseball base. Right. Base for baseball.
And a military base.
Oh, very nice. Slow down. And military base. Alright. And let's see. I think we could use punch. Punch. Punch could be to punch something, which is an action. Or it can be a drink that you might have at a party. Can you think of another one?
Let's see. Civil.
Civil. What do you think about civil?
Civil suit.
Civil suit.
And a civil war.
Civil war. Interesting.
Civil. Oh, maybe that's not one.
Oh, we'll try it. Let's see. And so we've already gone over some of these. Let me try and think of one more. What about, oh, I got one. What about dodge? Dodge is you dodge something,
Or
get out of the way,
vehicle.
or a vehicle. So dodge can mean get away, or a truck. So, do you have any more before we move on? Alright, I think we did a good job. There's a lot of different words that you don't realize have okay. So, now for the next section of our lesson, we're going to be given 5 multiple meaning words. And I'll have these in a list for you. And what you're going to be doing with those words is creating 5 new sentences using one of those words per sentence. And so the way I'll be grading that is using a rubric. And it'll be if you can make 5 new words and they all use the correct context, that would be very wonderful. And if you make 3 or 4 words that are used in the right context, pretty good. And not so great would be less than 3 words using the correct context. But I think you'll do great. And so, at this time, you would be doing that. And you can do this practice either by yourself or you can find a partner to do it. I'll be walking around the room just to make sure everybody's on task. And at this time, I forgot what I was going to say. So, before we finish, let's see. Did you find it difficult to create any of those new words using the list that I gave you?
No,
No? Why was that?
because I saw the list.
You didn't see the list. But did you have a hard time making those new sentences?
No.
No? And was it because you knew the definition right away that you wanted to use? Did you have to think back, make your mental images? Did you
I
have to?
did both.
You did both. Very good. All right, well, I'm glad you did such a great job. And today you worked on using techniques that you've already learned to identify, use, and create new things with the words that you were given. And this will help you be a greater writer and a